This set checks all the boxes for a massive increase in price once it retires. The minifigs alone are now selling on Bricklink for 60% of the set price. That's right, 60%, while the set has only been out for less than a year. With an investment rating of over 1400, which is the second highest I have ever graded, the first being the Master Builder Series Cantina, by the end of this video you will understand from a LEGO investor perspective why the Jabba Sail Barge is one of the best high-cost items you could invest in for the future. Let's start with the basics. The set was released in October of 2024 with a retail price of 500 euros. It includes a massive 3,942 pieces and 11 minifigs, many of which are fan favorite exclusives. This is the third release for Jabba's Sail Barge, with the previous two being back in 2006 and 2013, but with way less pieces. Although the price is steep, we need to look into its contents to find out if we have enough value for the money. One of the main reasons that this set is showing so much promise is the exclusive minifig count. We're going to go through them one by one and add up their value. Gamorrean Guard. These big fellows are pretty rare. They are the classic guards that Jabba uses, and we can see them back in Return of the Jedi. They also show up in the newer Book of Boba Fett, although they don't last long. The minifig is not exclusive to this set, but does show up only in 2022 Boba Fett's Throne Room set, which is retired already. The price has increased in the past 6 months by 5 euros from 11 to around 16, which is pretty good. Stocks are plentiful, so someone must really want some Gamorrean guards. R2-D2. The beloved half of the droid duo is represented here extremely accurately, serving drinks to Jabba's guest. I must also comment the prints on the droid body, which are accurate and clean. Due to this particular drink disposal task, the minifig is exclusive to the set, however this does not seem to have impacted its price in the past 6 months. There are low stocks but also low demand, so no future growth is yet visible here. C-3PO, the annoying half of the droid duo, is also part of this set. Serving as Jabba's translator, C-3PO continues to amaze us in its extremely talkative role. The minifig is one of the best releases for the droid, with both leg and arm printing. It is not exclusive to this set, but also present in 3 other releases, namely 2023's Yavin 4 Rebel Base, and also in a magazine gift paper bag. This means that stocks are plentiful, as we can see, but the minifig is also in good demand. Not much variation in price, but an increase nonetheless from 5 to 7 euros. Time to review some of the more exciting inclusions. Max Rebo is a male Ortolan from Orto and the leader of the Max Rebo band. He plays for Jabba and then is later seen in Book of Boba Fett as well. Although technically not exclusive to this set, the only other inclusion of Max Rebo was in the 2013 Jabba Sail Barge release. This made it so that the numbers available on the market are not that high, with demand quickly closing in. It would surprise you to find that this minifig increased from 39 to 62 euros in the past 6 months, and even though the stocks are still in good shape, this is one minifig to watch out for, the small blue boy. Bib Fortuna is a Twi'lek male that served as Jabba's majordomo and right-hand man. Although surviving Jabba's demise, he does get replaced as the Lord of the Castle by Boba Fett in his quest to gain control of Jabba's crime empire. The minifig is exclusive to this set, although older versions of Bib exist. Stocks are good overall considering the demand, and the price seems to be pretty stable, indicating not many desire this minifig. Kitaba is a Klatooinian male slave that worked as a skiff guard for Jabba. He is among the first to face Luke in his Jedi Knight form and ends up the worse for it. I also want to add that the minifig is very basic, no leg or arm printing present. It is however exclusive to this set and surprisingly fetching a good 17 euros on Bricklink. Stocks are low considering the demand, but this being a minor character and not that fleshed out means it probably won't increase too much in the future. Visium is let me do this slowly. Kajain Sa Nikto male that serves the role of weapon master for the crime lord Jabba the Hutt. He is the one that quickly gets a laser cannon up and tries to eliminate Luke, but to no avail. I knew I remembered that face from somewhere, so yes, he is the same species as Vane from The Mandalorian. The minifig is nothing special, no arm or leg printing, but it is exclusive to this set and as we can see fetches a nice 21 euros with a small bump in the past 6 months. Also, it seems stocks are few, so that adds a bit of potential in the future. Woof is a Kadasa Nikto or Green Nikto and is one of Jabba's henchmen. He tries to stop Luke on board of Jabba's barge but fails miserably. This is already now like a recurring theme. Nothing special about the minifig, no arm or leg printing again, but it is exclusive to the set and I have no idea why it is valued at around 35 euros, with a good chunk increase in the past 6 months. Stocks are few compared to the demand, so expect this to increase sharply. Truth be told, I am a bit surprised by these prices for random named Jabba henchmen, but I guess exclusivity pays off. Salacious B. Crumb is the court jester, a Kowakian monkey lizard. He is usually seen sitting near Jabba, stealing food and trying to entertain the Hutt. The minifigure is quite unique and only one other exists in the 2012 set Jabba's Palace, so naturally this being exclusive to the set is quite exciting. Valued at around 20 euros, the price seems to be pretty stable and stocks are fairly good, but given its predecessor is around the 56 euro mark, I think this one will go to the length as well, given time. Princess Leia. Initially coming in to save Han, she is captured and put on literal display by Jabba. The minifig is a needed update to Leia in slave outfit as the last one was released in 2013's Jabba the Sail Barge set, and I think we can all agree it's a beautiful minifig. Being exclusive to the set, the minifig jumped already to no less than 55 euros with a small increase in the past 6 months. Stocks seem to be a bit lower given that the demand is there, so I can easily see this increasing even more as the years go by and retirement of the set approaches. This is probably one of the most exciting releases by LEGO in a set until now. And finally, the big slug himself, Jabba. The crime lord is universally known and fascinates a lot of the Star Wars fandom. The Hutts are mysterious creatures that usually have a tendency to become involved in organized crime. Again, a needed update to a minifig that lastly appeared in 2012 in both Jabba's Palace and Jabba's Sails Barge. You can clearly see this one is a much better version and it is exclusive to this set as well. Fetching 46 euros and being quite stable in price in the past 6 months, Jabba seems to have a good stock compared to demand on the market. Its predecessor is currently sitting at 70 euro value, so again I think that's a good number to consider for its future value as well. Yes, you're seeing this correctly. The minifigures alone are currently valued at 302 euros on Bricklink from a set that originally cost 500. And here's the kicker, Jabba's Sails Barge can now be found with discounts of 20% or more, bringing the purchase price down to just 420 euros. I personally bought mine at 30% reduction. This breaks down to a price per piece of just 5 euro cents, earning a 3-star rating for value, which is pretty good. But before we dive deeper into the breakdown and long-term potential, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It really supports the channel and let us know that you're enjoying the content. Next, we are going to evaluate the minifig category. Sure, we looked at their price and stocks, but all sets that have, say, exclusive minifigs have a bigger chance of being extremely wanted after retirement. So we award 1 star for each exclusive minifig and this set has no less than 8. And after ranking the minifigure exclusivity, it's time to see if the set itself is exclusive. This is a double-edged sword as exclusive sets are rarer, but they don't get as many discounts as the sets that all retailers carry. Jabba's Sails Barge is not exclusive, but due to its price and size, not many retailers carry it because they simply don't have shelf space for it. So we're going to award 2 stars for exclusivity as a mix between the two. It's not exclusive, but you can't find it all over the place. For its re-release potential, we have to take a look at the set's history. Sure, there have been 2 previous releases for Jabba's Sails Barge, but both were on the smaller side, not a new CS release. This is the same story as the Cantina. Previous releases don't really count when we're talking about this special UCS set. So on account of that, 5 stars on re-release potential, meaning this is likely never getting remade. And if it is, expect it to be in 15 years at least. Now let's look at its appeal. That is the display value. Oh boy. The set is simply huge. Official dimensions say 30 inches long, 10 inches wide and 10 inches high. That's almost 77 centimeters long, 25 centimeters wide and 25 centimeters high. It's simply chock full of details, and this time it looks like we got really fleshed out rooms to roleplay in, not just space to place the minifigs in. As in the previous releases, you can remove or slide down certain panels to have the interior visible, which I think is a core component of why these MBS releases are also playscale viable. Well, I said MBS, but this is UCS, you get what I'm saying. Just look at these details. We have a small kitchen, as Jabba likes to eat a lot. We have a jail with a weapon stash for the guards. We have a pilot cockpit with nice stickers detailing the driving panels, and we even have got a spot for the band as well. Not to mention Jabba's throne room where the corpulent one hangs out. The fact that you can also display all the minifigs separately and you have a 25-year anniversary plaque adds to the display value of this set. It's a sleek, clean and enticing design, worthy of its price. There is literally no doubt in my mind, 5 stars out of 5 for appeal. This is a centerpiece anyone would be proud to have in its collection. As for coolness, Jabba's sales barge is a very important part of the plot for Return of the Jedi. Approximately 14 minutes of screen time are dedicated to this subplot, which reveals that Luke has evolved quite a lot since the events of The Empire Strikes Back. We have Han, Chewie, Luke, Leia, Boba, Jabba, and a slew of minor characters all involved in the daring rescue of the most famous smuggler in the galaxy. 5 out of 5 for coolness. Jabba and his barge have always been the face of Star Wars crime overlords. By the way, bonus points if you buy the new Sarlacc pit set, which really brings the whole crew and the miniskiff together. Lastly, uniqueness. Following the Cantina Master Builder series logic, there will likely never be a set like this released again. These kinds of releases are reserved for 25 or maybe 40, 50 years of celebrating Star Wars, and the price point matches this importance. Only the most dedicated fans will have the will and money to buy this, and this also makes them extremely valuable once retired. 5 stars out of 5 for uniqueness, the minifigs, the build, Jabba itself. This one will be very hard to top by LEGO. Okay, we've gone through all the categories, so let's sum it up. Although extremely expensive, the minifigs compensate a lot of the price for this set. One might even sell all the minifigs and keep the sales barge for display for the low sum of €100 or so. There are 8 exclusive minifigs in this release out of a total of 11. The set is not exclusive, but due to the size and cost, not all retailers carry it. On the flip side, I have seen this go twice now for 30% off, which is again how I got mine. There's extremely low chances that this set will be re-released, and if it is, I don't expect it to be earlier than 15-20 years. Absolutely top-notch display value, especially with the 25th anniversary plaque and Jabba figure. And overall a very cool and emblematic build, as Jabba's sail barge is one of those legendary vehicles, no doubt due to its owner's reputation. Lastly, a very unique set, a very much needed update to a fan favorite release, with the added benefit of Ultimate Collector Series, which comes with a lot of pieces and details. All of this combines to a grand total of 1422, which is way above legendary status, on the same page with the Mos Eisley Cantina. If you're not an investor, you need to get this anyway, because it is and will be one of those sets which will remain as a status symbol of the LEGO Star Wars line. Not to mention, if you keep the minifigs in good order, they will be worth a lot in the future. If you are an investor, I hope you have a lot of space and are willing to wait this out for at least 2-3 years after retirement. As always, thank you for joining and watching this video. Leave a like, comment and subscribe, and see you in our next video. Happy hunting!